Mr. J, it is your time, man. Mr. J sent me this, what is it, a BB16 pill. And there's a lot of rumors of where this comes from, but you think this thing looks crude on the inside now, you should have seen when I started. It had 2 relays on it. The input sections were all held together. There was no coax in here at all. It was all open wire. There's 2 relays. The input tune was a mess on this box. All the resistors were different values and different wattages. It had a couple burn transistors in it, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I've had this amp now sitting here on the shop floor for over a year. And apparently there was a miscommunication between the gentleman that owns this and myself, and I'll say that publicly. I was going to put this up for sale because I was tired of holding on to the money I had wrapped up into this, which was like $300 or $250 or whatever. So I put a thing out on Facebook saying, hey man, I'm going to get rid of this thing and a bunch of other dead weight I got around my neck. Now, that little video on Facebook that I put up just last night made about half the people that had stuff that they had left here call me and get square with me, which is great. I like that. It's a lot less weight off my shoulders, and everybody's happy they get their stuff back. I'm not in the business of keeping other people's stuff. I'm not interested in it. I am in the business, though. If I do something for you and I put money and parts into the amp, I got to get paid. That's service. I miscommunicated with him. He miscommunicated with me, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, he's seen this thing come up, and he called me today, and we got everything straight. So this is just going to be a quick, just a couple minute long, not a long drawn out video, just a couple minutes long of this box working. Now Jeff, I left the tuner in here for your input tune. I left the tuner available out on the front for your output tune, which does very little bit of tuning. I actually added a doorknob back here for stability. I actually added blocking caps or blocking ferrite. There was no blocking ferrite on this whatsoever. It was straight hot, right off the distribution bus bars, right out to the positive leads, charge your whole system with current, causes an undefined load on the transformers. So we fixed that, and this box looks horribly rough on the inside, but man, it works really good. And I was just, when he sent this to me, he goes, just look at it. I know it's crude, just evaluate it, and please put the minimum amount of energy in it that you can to get it fixed. Now I got a couple pictures of this thing before I started, and it was a train wreck on the inside. So this is cleaned up from a train wreck. I mean, honest to God, it was a train, choo-choo, into the tunnel, head on with another train. This is way cleaned up. It's got a solid relay in it now, Jeff, for you. It's got a good, reliable keying circuit in it. The input tune is right. The output tune is matched. And that's probably why with this SRF 3662 2-pill, we're just hitting it with a 2-pill. Just massaging like 400 watts into it. We're getting about 3,500 peak and 1,000 bird. 1,200 bird out of it, depending on how loud I modulate or how hard I roll my voice into it. So let's go around the band. We're going to use my buddy Marcos's little 400 amp dual IC or EPD transformer in a Fat Boy cabinet. I like that backlit blue, huh? Isn't that pretty, Marcos? So anyhow, we're going to use that. We're going to use a 1,000 watt slug over here in PEP in 5x position, so we're reading like a 5,000 watt slug. Center digits at 2 zeros. 1,000 watt slug in average, 5 watt slug in reverse back from the bird, 10,000 watt dummy load. We're going to use a Striker 955. We're using the SRF 3662 2-pill, and we're using a 5 watt slug in reverse between the Striker 955 and the 16-pill input. Okay, I said all that song and dance. I get so tired of saying it. Let me throw the tin on this so I don't have to worry about RF getting in the mic, and we'll get going. Okay, Mr. J. Now what we're going to do is, let's see, let's put this puppy over here on 1X. Now it's reading face value for us, guys. I'm going to show how much we're going to put into this for drive. It's just the Striker. Hello, audio. About 80 watts. Here's us talking through it. Hello, audio. Perfectly nice and low. So with 80 watts of drive, hello. Of course, we're laying in the corner, we're seeing over 400 bird, right? Let's go ahead and flip that over to 4X. No, let's leave that on 1X, actually. Shut the 16 pill off, shut the power supply off. Pew. Now we go on voltage. Okay, so we kick on the 2 pill. audio. Hello, audio. We're seeing roughly 180 bird, 400 peak. Okay. Let's run this up a little bit. Turn the 16 pill and the power supply back on. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. So now we're seeing over here in the peak mode. Hello, audio. About 1500 peak. Hello, audio. 400 bird. That's what we knew it was going to do. Let's hit this puppy with a little bit more drive. Oh, no, wait a minute. I'm skipping a step. I'm skipping a step. Slow down, BBI. I get in a rush. And I've shot so many of these videos, I always have to tell myself, slow down. Slow down. The other guy on the other side of the camera, the YouTube watcher, I keep forgetting. All right. So just the radio. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our input tune measurement. The radio going through the 5-watt bird slug in reverse is going to show us how much reflected power we have coming back from the input tune of the amp. You want to keep it below a watt. Anything more than a watt, when you start building up, like this is going to take 1,000 watts worth of peak. So if the radio does 100 watts, let's say, give or take, if this thing has a watt worth of reflect coming out of it, and with 100 watts of drive, you times that by 10. So now you got 10 watts of reflect coming back to whatever the drive device is. Just saying, you keep it below a watt, that reflected number falls down. The lower the input tune, the more wattage can go into the device to create more output power. All right. Hello. Hello. It's got a 1/2 watt of input reflect. Hello. 1500 coming out. Now we're going to fire up our 2-pill. And remember, when you key, this is going to drop to about 15.9, 15.8. Hello. Just going to lay that bird meter over in a corner. Hello. 13.5 out of 400 watts of drive. Hello. And about 15.5 volts. And this is on the medium tap. Medium tap. So we can go to the high tap and get more wattage out of this, drive this up even further, but there's no point. You're flirting with the devil already as it is. Each one of these transistors at $65 a whack. Is it really worth it to see a couple hundred more watts? No, it's not. Are we way under driving it for this video? Yes, we are. The point is, it's working. Hello, BBI. Hello, BBI. It's that simple. There's no magic. You feed the device the right amount of amperage, you get the tune input and the output tune correct, and it's going to stand up, it's going to run. Mr. J, dude, there's been a lot go on with this little long tin box, and I'm just glad it's all finally concluded. That's it. I don't want any more drama about it. It's on its way home. End of story. Gentlemen, my name is BBI. Without a shadow of a doubt, I am the biggest mud duck in Idaho. I appreciate everybody coming out for the Bakerman Break, the 15th annual Bakerman Break we had last week. We had about 50 people show up. We had a great time. Next year we hope to grow it a little bit more. No one had to pay for anything. Show up, I feed you, put a shirt on your back, I get to meet you. We stand around, we talk the shit. It's usually very hectic for me. I get to only spend about 4 or 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes with each person. And then I got to move on to the next thing, but it's a good time, and I appreciate everybody that came out. Jay, I appreciate us being able to get this finally headed back home to you. And that's it. That's all I got. Guys, we'll see you on the next one. I got a bunch of SB220s that are coming up. I've been out here working on them all day. Got a bunch of other little stuff that I gotta get nailed out, and then we're gonna go back to the new build stuff. I've got a bunch of MOSFET boxes that are getting ready to come out. A bunch. I've got a bunch of other big pill boxes coming out. I got a 16 pill getting ready to come out that's going to be like one of the most beautiful things I've ever built. It's going to have a reversed etch face. It's going to kind of like be a portable memorial to this guy's son that passed away. Big window in the top. gonna be backlit. The blue's gonna have, or the board's gonna have his kid's face etched in acid. You know, we're gonna etch it into the board. We're alive and we're busy. We got so much going on, everybody. I mean, the wait now is up to about a year. A year. And I appreciate everybody's patience. Trust me, if you have ordered something for me, it is coming. It takes a long time to do these videos. It takes a long time, a lot of time on the phone every day. But I appreciate your all support. Let's keep the hobby alive, guys, because we are all in this together. I'll see you, gentlemen. Bye.